How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? How we doing? How? Good morning. Previously on Kimba TV. Let's talk about something that has the potential or to increase the probability of not having to go down here. Maybe this is good. No one fucking knows. What's something that would increase the probability of this being the low? Have you seen a trident with me, brother? Have you ever seen a trident with me where it goes from the 8A6 to the golden pocket and this becomes the pivot point? Either this becomes resistance or it actually holds it. Good morning. Yeah, how we doing, Lions? We might end up taking a short live. Did you guys hear my alarm going off? I woke up before my alarm went off. I already went and got coffee. Isn't that the best? I wanted to wake up right now. I woke up an hour ago. I'm already on the grind. I'll try to stream a little bit tomorrow morning too if it happens live. Leo D says, I could increase my short and put my liquidation level a bit higher. No, don't do that. Were you here yesterday when I was explaining how the 886, when it gets up there, that's not bearish? And so look, doink, doink, held that, doink, came back, doink, turned that into support. It's going to make a higher high. You know that, right? So what I'm thinking is sweep. Like around the 106.4, 106.5 area. If it starts to get above here, bears are in trouble. It's going to rip. Maybe it won't rip over the weekend, but you just need to understand that this range is going to get penetrated at some point, or like it's higher probability. So just be careful. You have all of these highs now that need to get cleaned at some point. So maybe it's more like this. Oops. And we look for the 886 of this range right there. Yeah, but the problem is the 4-hour candle closes in 30 minutes. This 4-hour candle closes in 40 minutes. So if it's going to go grab that 106.4, 106.350, it kind of has to do it in the next 30 minutes. Or I guess you could have another wick and then close it back down. So this 4-hour candle close and the next one is kind of a big deal. Dayox says, I pussy not took the buy at the 100300 dip on alts. I was really looking for 98.99. That's okay, Dayox. Are you caught up on everything? I think you were here, but you can always go back and take a look. We got filled on the 100,700 long together live. So make sure that you rewind and get caught up. But pixel perfect bottom long, not too bad. And we talked about how, look for failed auction, structure change, structure change, structure change. And then we also had the value area low marked. So you could have entered here with us. You could have entered swing high, swing low, 0.5 to golden pocket, front running that it's going to get turned into support to make a higher high with me. You could have taken that one. Invalidation is here. This one is the same thing. This one, the invalidation is here. So we kind of guided everybody through all of this live. If even when it was all the way down here, like right around here, we were already pulling the fixed range volume profile, and we knew that once it broke value area low, it was going to rotate to value area high. So Yeah, it's all there. Everything is planned out. Not too bad, huh? It's all about just having that level identified. That's why I always say make sure you have every single bad high, bad low marked. And you know what's crazy? The funding rate has been negative. I've actually been getting paid for these longs. Isn't that some goofy shit? I got paid $319. And then I think it's pretty much all the same across the board, 20, 25, 30 Bitcoin across all the exchanges. So we're around 130 Bitcoin long from the 100.7 pixel perfect low. Kachoya. But no surprises, we prepared. It's all in the highlights for you. So, and let's see if there's a live short to do it together. But everybody understand what I'm looking for? Somewhere in that 106 to 106.6 zone. And the structural edge I'll be looking for is an SFP or a failed auction. JV says ass hurts for not getting in that long. That's okay. You know what it is, JV, is if you have good risk management, you don't necessarily have to. So this is what I would say, JV, is always be thinking about worst case scenario and plan B and C. Yeah, but that's okay, JV. But JV, there is a chance that, brother, if we do this, oh my God. Oh my God. I mean, I think the timing that we're streaming right now is actually perfect because this 4-hour candle matters and the next one matters. Do you understand why? You're about to have a 4-hour body candle close above resistance. So it's going to start to, the only thing that could be a fugazi about this is that it's the weekend, right? Which is why we're going to be looking to see if there's an SFP. Yeah, but JV, there's really only two things that can happen at a level like 100K that everybody is waiting for. It's either not going to hold and go to 98, or it's going to get what? Front ran. Alrighty, Loki says, I don't like ever to long when there is gaps from CME. Maybe it is no confident. You actually want to long when there's a gap. And you don't want to long it if it's going to close the whole thing. Yeah, so there is a chance. Yeah, there's going to be a chance they're not going to grab this. The only way the grabbing this would be grabbing this. Dude, to be honest, I can't even think of a scenario where it would be bullish to grab the whole thing. You would want a partial fill and go. I don't even know if you want a partial, like a full fill. That's pretty deep. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky and it's such low volume. I can't even figure out which one to anchor it on. It's the weekend. You would think, okay, this volume, that node is valid, but you can't. It becomes bearish. So, yeah, we'll just put it like that. I guess what I really want to see first is what does it do here? What does it do here? That's the question. And then, you know, regardless of what it does here, it eventually has to tuck back below the 106. Yeah, the divs are starting to form now too. Ooh, wait, stop the music. I'm gonna start the song over. Leo D says, I just came back from hardcore gardening and well, the short is still alive and couldn't reduce the position closer to entry. That's okay. But Lee, bro, Lee. First off, I love that you're fucking gardening, my guy. All right? There's something about someone that takes pride in taking care of like other animals or plants that there is like a There's something I think to it. Hey, bro, you were here in the morning, right? Hey, watch this, watch this, watch this. Let me blow your mind. Do you remember when I was nerding out and kind of explaining why and where you would anchor the line? Dude. Lee, what do you think? You think when we drew that line in the morning, we did a pretty good job anchoring it where we were supposed to? What do you think? Not too shabby, right? What do you think about this, my guy? What do you think about this? So pretty cool, right? And we can't predict. The point of the line isn't to say, hey, it's going to bounce. I don't know if it's going to bounce. I don't know if it's going to get lost. But this is how you start to have objective ideas on, hey, this is still bullish, or hey, this might not be bullish anymore. Alrighty. Yeah, man. Happy 420. Were you here in the beginning of the morning? You were, right? I think you were. I think I remember saying your name out loud. Ninja, you good? Curvies, you good? I know you were here. JV says, can you tell me why the box and not the sweep? You got to rewind, JV. We are aiming for the sweep. Does this help? Put it into context. But make sure you rewind, though. I am aiming for the sweep, JV. This is Bybit BTC USD longs, Bybit BTC USD shorts, Bybit BTC USDT longs, Bybit BTC USDT shorts, OKX BTC USDT longs, OKX BTC USDT shorts, Binance BTC USDT longs, Binance BTC USDT shorts, and the CVDs for each accordingly. Bugatti math. Y'all ready to get this nasty shoogity? Jedi says, I just couldn't find Rewind on YouTube or Twitch. Probably come up later. No, Jedi, it's right here. It's right here. It's the 24/7 stream.
Okay.
It's this one. So you have to click this one and then just go back. But anyways, yeah, from there, Jedi, you know, really quick, go through the 30-minute, 1 hour, and then the 30 million, 10 million, and 50 million on EXO. And let's get ready to rumble, baby. Can I get a math is the math? Bugatti money chat. Bugatti money chat. Bugatti money chat. What? Hey, we're doing it live, chat. No lions getting got. Yeah. Oops. What happened right here? $13 million in shorts got stopped out. Wasn't that the amount that we were waiting for? Let's go back. What was the amount we were waiting for, chat? Oh, I was on volume. How many of y'all been here since the morning? Talk to me. Talk to me, Lions. Look at that. All gone. Hey, Houston, timestamp this shit. And so, that way in the highlights, it goes, all right, we're going to wait for the last 13 million to get stopped out. and then play this part. I'm pretty sure we said 13. Didn't we? What was the number that I said that there was still left remaining that we were waiting to get closed out? I swear we said 13. I can't remember. I swear we said 13 though, right? Because it must have been, because it's basically back down to 0 now. JV says, you said it, I remember. Okay, good shit. All right, now could be fair game. Everybody is cleaned out now. You know what? You know what would be dope? First candle, what the fuck? First candle arrives. Second one, huh? Or potentially a third drive. But it's still not swept though, you know what I mean? It's just even more fucked up. But yeah, that's okay. They could still save that for Monday or Wednesday too. That was the other thing that we talked about, JV, was the idea that, okay, we can acknowledge the high is fucked, right? But we don't really know if they're going to sweep it tonight on a fucking random Saturday with Sunday CME resumption. Can we, what about a Monday RTH SFP? What about Wednesday? Initial move is a debate. You with me, JV? So just all kind of stuff to think about. Let's get nasty with it though, man. I'm here for like at least another hour, hopefully. Shout out, baby girl. But I just want you to understand that this orange line right here that it bounced off of, we had that drawn before the bounce. So preparation, Gucci, right? We have the box up there, ready to go. We're Gucci. We have identified the sweep level. We're Gucci. And we know what edge we would do to take it, right? After we get filled, we would know that the 5-minute structure would guide us to just, do you remember when you were like, yo, that stop loss, identifying that level, it saved our ass? You know, we have to do the same thing for the short if we take it, right, JV? And every single trade, we have an opportunity. Are we prepared? Do we have a protocol? Can we make sure we don't get got? Do we have good risk management? Are we patient? Are we being disciplined? And the money part's gonna take care of itself. We just need to make sure all that shit I just listed off, we can check it off every single time. We good, JV? I'm gonna try to kick it for as long as I can. But if that happens, if it loses the orange line 2 hours from now, if it gets that box 3 hours from now, if it gets tomorrow or later tonight, do you feel like you know what you're gonna be looking at? I'm not talking about are you gonna take a long, are you gonna take a short, none of that shit. I just don't want you to feel like you're not prepared. Do you feel like you're going to be prepared? And the other thing too, JV, is you've had the TA's been almost perfect, JV, but you've been pussyfooting a lot, right? So what's going to be the thing that helps you not pussyfoot this time? Maybe way smaller position, perhaps? You want me to do it with you live if I'm here, if it happens in the next 60 minutes? Talk to me. What are we doing, my boy? What about you, Mark? What about you, Wando? What about you, Lee? Duco, what about you? Wando, JV. WLOL. What about you, Cheers? Hero, what about you, Sophia? Sophia, help your brothers and sisters out. Let's go. You got this. Happy Saturday, Lions. Everybody locked in? Crypto Clown, let's go, my boy. Yeah, so, I mean, JV, let's say, for example, that it's going to leave the highs like that, right? Are you going to take the orange line being broken, or you want to wait for a bearish retest of the orange line being broken because that can still give you that higher high and 3 drives? if you really want to short, if you're really bearish, what would be something that would definitely, you know, be a way to chase it? For example, let's say that you have like this long, right? The smaller time frame, you know, 886, 618, golden pocket rotation that we were talking about yesterday. Is like, for you, is it really anything between here and here? Like, are you going to allow yourself to get into shorts before it comes back into the orange line? How would you chase it? Or you just want to wait until Monday? Are you going to wait until Sunday's CME? How would you chase it if you're really, really bearish? You know? So you got to think about, if it doesn't go up here and if it does go up there, how are you going to play the shorts? Like, what would be something that tells you, okay, maybe the blue line isn't going to get swept? You know, maybe it's Monday RTH. So basic things like losing trend, changing structure, right? Theoretically, if it wanted to poo-poo, it would make sense. The last guy that we were waiting for got stopped out, JV. What the fuck? Get him! So in terms of grabbing liquidity over the weekend, the mission has been accomplished. So, you know, you've seen this where the guy that's supposed to get stopped out gets stopped out. It leaves the bad highs and bad lows because that's that's RTH business. You know, the right shit happens during RTH. So it leaves all that shit, gets everybody bing bong ding donged. Anything you want to talk about, my guy? Because that guy that just got stopped out is now probably waiting for that sweep. JV. Or he's still in it, most likely. But you know, this guy, everybody that shorted here, stopped out. Fuck. This guy got there was $13 million worth of round tripping going on. How sick was that to see live? See, negative 12 mil, right? Yeah, so if it starts to do this, and he goes, let me try again. Isaac Maestro says, waiting for my prey, that what lion do? What does that mean? Giovanni says, all short was stop out. That's why I tried that. What did you try? First round trip. I was on red. Got you. Yeah, make sure you get caught up, Giovanni. There's no reason to short until we actually sweep. It's up to you, though. And I wouldn't, if the highs are still left like that, I wouldn't short until the orange line is lost. We spent a little bit of time, me kind of explaining, like, until it loses that orange line, you probably don't want to bet on red. But it's okay. But if you have time, rewind and get caught up. Because it'll help you next time. I think a couple of lions took a long right here. So look at this. Isn't this cool? Stops taken says, damn, was outside all day. Chat, did I miss anything? I think you've been here long enough that you've seen most of the lessons. But, I mean, I don't know. You should just go to Discord and ask if people think it's worth. I think it's worth rewinding. I think even if you're not in a trade or you plan on not trading, there's a lot of stuff that I feel like you can use on your own. Like, how do you draw proper lines? Where are you supposed to anchor it? You know, how do you anticipate levels to the upside and downside? How do you properly read data? Like, all that stuff we put into play. Longers, I'm rooting for you. Shorters, I'm rooting for you. I'd wanna be here with you. Bulls, bears, we're all lions. Enjoy the rest of your night. Have a great night. Stay safe. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning for some altcoin nerd out. I don't know exactly when I'm going to start. You know, I'm going to sleep in, no alarm set. So probably same time as today. All right, but it'll also be on YouTube. So even if you're late or you miss it, no big deal. And you know I'm all about that higher time frame. So it's not like you're going to miss out on anything. Sounds good? All right, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Can I get a kachaya?